drinking water, Earl. Hi, Earl. What do you think? Hmm? Are you preening? Buster. Buster, you gonna come out here? Bus. Come on. Come on out. We're live. Come see everybody. Come on. Come on. We'll see if this will get him, and we'll see if he'll behave today. Because he wasn't a very good boy last week. Here you go. I don't even know if you guys can see him. Oh, a little bit. Oh, welcome everybody. So one thing, disclaimer, if you have headphones on, sometimes if I get a package or something, my mail service just dropped a package off on the porch. Well, I don't think I'm expecting anything UPS or FedEx, you just never know. I know yesterday the UPS, my grandson takes injections every day and his medicine came, and he banged on my door, and my dogs, they were cracked out the whole entire day. So I apologize, but if we get a package, the dogs are gonna go crazy. Two, my tripod broke, so it's sitting on two legs, leaning against something. So I'm not really gonna be able to adjust any, I can kind of adjust Earl's little stand a little bit. But if Buster goes out of frame, there's not a lot I can do about it until I get a new one. So I wanted to explain that. Okay, good. Yeah, Earl. Let me see if he'll do that, Kate. Good girl. What's this? What's this mean? Yeah. And then what happens after that? What happens? Usually he'll do the hammer release, but sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. Earl, you want to say hi to everyone? Say hello. Can you wave hello? Who wants to take bets on Buster's going to be good this week? Someone was a turdy birdie last week. Huh? He and I had a discussion about that this morning. Right, Earl? What are you doing? What are you doing? You guys tell me if you feel like the music's too loud. I do like playing that low-key. Well, thank you. I had a few gifts for Mother's Day, or some like money, so I got a couple things on Temu when it came today, so I wanted to show you guys a couple of it. This is a t-shirt I ordered. Earl's trying to bite my shirt. It says local egg dealer. And then I've recently gotten into plants, so I got this little planter. So I was wondering how many. There's 9 faces on it. So I was hoping it was 8 because I have 8 kids. Anyway, it's really nice. It's not very expensive either. And then I got a couple other little things for my plants as well. But they actually, believe it or not, I ordered a couple t-shirts on there. I don't usually buy new t-shirts. I'm really funny about that. But I did get a couple of them just to see what they were like. And I also bought a jumpsuit on there. But I wear the jumpsuit when I groom the dogs because it has like really nice pockets. And I can fit my scissors, my shears, my phone, and all that stuff while I groom the dogs. So it's really comfortable. I wish I had the nerve to wear them everywhere because the comfort level is like amazing. But anyway, Earl, you gonna talk? Can you hear it? Can you guys hear the music? If it's too loud, let me know. Thank you. I love the planner. It's really cute. No, that's a, oh, no, he's saying 4. That's some sort of, phone sound or something. There was one day last week, Buster cried all day. And Earl, he does this old cordless phone sound. Remember the cordless phones when it was dying and the ring was like, and like it's slowly dying. He does that. So he rang the phone all day, and Buster cried all day. I think it was last last Monday or the day after Memorial Day when my husband went back to work or something like that. It was crazy. Northern Ireland. Wow, welcome. What time is it there? Yeah, they're obsolete now, aren't they? Oh, hello from Germany. Thank you. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Yeah, I got a few more things. I don't want to bore you guys and show it, but mostly I got a few planters and some stuff for my garden. There was a zipper noise. If you guys want to see these other little planters I got, I'll show you. I was worried about them. They're actually really cute. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I wish hit the lotto, which you got to play to win, which we usually do play. I think we spend about $4 a week on it, something like that. Okay, guys, I want to show you 3 other planters I got. They're tiny, but I have 2 granddaughters and a grandson, so I wanted a little planter to put tiny plants in, maybe like a succulent. So there's a little like boy one, and then here's 2 little girl ones. I want to put them above my sink, so I thought they were cute. And they actually, the little girl ones actually have drain plugs in them, which is really surprising, so I was generally pleased. And then I got a fly trap to put outside. What are you doing, Earl? Oh, you want to play ball? Oh, he told me to shut up. Oh, y'all been jerked. The fly trap, I don't know yet. But I'm gonna put it on my deck because the flies are bad. Here, I have, I'm gonna do a video on it soon. I hope people don't mind. I usually still put the birds in it, but when I go off script. But I recently discovered something called mosquito dunks. I don't know if, I think I've mentioned on here before. If I sit outside with my family, I'm like a citronella candle for them because they just bite me and nobody else. It's bad the way that they like me. My daughter found a TikTok about mosquito dunks. I've never heard of them. So I went and I ordered some that they were cheapest on Amazon, and put one out back in a trash can where the dogs or birds can't get it. Supposedly they're safe, but I don't want my animals drinking mosquito larvae, no matter if the dunk is safe. And within a week, my mosquito issue around my deck went down 90%. So I went and got some dollar quarter store buckets, and I put some over the fence and on top of the chicken coop. I haven't really noticed a difference yet, but it takes about a week. But it's amazing. So those work. Well, hello, Laura. Welcome. Amanda. That actually usually prompts a bad word, so I'm actually very surprised that that went down the way it did. Hi, Buster. What are you doing? I'm gonna check outside real quick. Amanda, tell me if the boys are bad. What, Buster? Oh, Buster's flexing. Oh, Carrie, it's awful. I pretty much tried all of that stuff. They do sell the little citronella sticks at like Dollar Tree, Dollar General. They do work, but in the citronella fuel, I have some of those. They do help, but mosquito repellent and those type, they give me a really bad migraine. The only thing I'll wear now is that Johnson & Johnson aloe lotion. It's in the green bottle. Somebody had put that on like Facebook or something. It helps, but it only helps for about 10 minutes. And then when I start sweating, because you know it's hot here, they just get right through it. They can't really initially get through the lotion, but it only lasts 5-10 minutes. And out by the chicken coop, as you can imagine, it is awful. Ain't that right, Earl? Can you guys still see Earl? We have mosquitoes 10 months out of the year here. It's awful. If you try them, Michelle, one thing, I've got mine over the fence where my dogs don't go. And then I have one in a big trash can. But one of the things they suggested on one of the videos I watched, what do you see, Earl? He's looking at something. Put like debris in it. Like I put some pine cones, some pine straws, some old leaves, a few old sticks. And supposedly that gets it going. So it doesn't kill mosquitoes, but it attracts mosquitoes, and they lay their larvae, I hope I'm saying that right, and they can't get out. So it's, I highly recommend it. I just recommend you put it somewhere where your dogs or cats can't get in it. Okay, let me try to get them back on. I usually use a little bit of alcohol or witch hazel is what I usually use. I might be able to move this a little. Let's see. I got it it's kind of jakey how it's sitting up. Can you guys see him now? Okay. Okay, I think y'all can see both of them. And another thing, if any of you guys look into mosquito dunks, I recommend the brand that's called Mosquito Dunks. There's kind of an off-brand of them, and I read basically they're not very good. So they also make, the dunks are like, they look like a little donut. They're about like that. And they make another one that's like pellets. And I think I might order some of them and put it under my house. They just need to be damp. And I know sometimes when it rains, it'll get damp under there, and see if it helps. Whatever I need to do, because it is literally awful. Oh, hello, thank you. Thank you, Chrissy. You know, another thing, Carrie, like the Benadryl gel, I get the generic. I put that on, my daughter has to take allergy shots, and I give them to her, and I always put the Benadryl gel on after I do it. Well, the music must be working for Buster today, because he's pretty chill. Are you chilling, boss? Are you chilling? So, you know, those of you, I don't know how many of y'all saw the community post, but Beau went to the vet the other day, and they always test for heartworms here. It's really prevalent here because of the mosquito issues we have. But I insisted he be tested for Lyme because the area he came from has a very high issue. Actually, my daughter's had Lyme twice when we lived up there. So he has 3 strains of Lyme and heartworm positive. But his labs came back great. So he was able to get fixed. He's being neutered as we speak. I'm going to pick him up late this afternoon. So after live, I'm going to call and check in on him. But I'm assuming he didn't have any problems because they didn't call me. But he went, was it Tuesday, and from Tuesday to Thursday he's lost 2 more pounds even though he's eaten. So I'm gonna start trying to figure out some high fat type of food to get him to put some weight on. But oh, good, thank you. Earl, how did your food, did I do that? Here, let's try the house again. Don't be rude and knock your house over. Be a nice boy. Here. Would you bite me, you little turkey? Here. Buster, are you just chilling? Chilling like a villain. Ow! Did something hurt you, Earl? Oh, yes, I know. Now I will say where my daughter has 3 dogs, and they had to be boarded. It's a long story. They moved, and in between places, they had to stay somewhere where they couldn't keep the dogs, so the dogs had to be boarded. But they had flea and tick prevention, and they still got it. And I've heard countless of other people up there say the same thing, and sometimes they just become immune to it and the ticks get through. But when my friend had picked Beau up, she had told me he was covered in ticks, and I pretty much knew. I knew he was going to have Lyme. I shouldn't say that, but I highly suspected it. And he does, so I didn't expect the 3. And I didn't know there's 18 different variations of Lyme disease now. But the heartworms did take me off guard. I was really shocked to hear that one. But his heart looks good. They had to do an x-ray of his heart first before they could neuter him because he was heartworm positive. So the heart, that looks good. And might make me a little piece of toast. I've been hit the ground running this morning, doing it all day. Oh yeah. I hope so. I hope so. He's a really sweet boy. Him and Max are starting to chum up together quite a bit. I don't know if I can show it or not. I'll look good. Last night they were both. See if I can find it. They were both up on me. It was like when I had little ones at home. I always have my arms full. Well, they both have the standard poodle, but he's Great Dane poodle, but he's not as big as Max. Max is Newfoundland standard poodle, but I swear that Max is a Great Dane poodle. One of these days I want to get the DNA test and test both of them. I think that would be neat. I had actually contacted a company and I'm an ambassador for them, but they were supposed to send me some and they never did, so. And I guess my daughter was telling me, because she has a German Shepherd that they just found running loose, and she looks like she's mixed. But she was also telling me for dogs, they have a new thing where the DNA, like they do for humans, where you can find dogs that are related to them. I haven't seen that, but she was telling me about it, and I think that's pretty neat. Yeah, they are big. It appears, but let me tell you, I don't know if you were here this week, I'd rather have this buster than last week's buster. Some of the people that were here last week will tell you in the comments. What's up, Earl? This guy. One of these days you're going to say that back to me. What are you doing? Are you going to eat? Buster was a villain last week. Amanda can tell you, I know she was here. What are you doing, Bus? Let me cut you up an apple. You want an apple? I'll give you a piece after it's toasted, okay? You can have a little piece of my oat bread. Here, you want me to cut you up an apple? Look here. You want an apple? Hang on. I gotta wash it. I gotta wash it first. Uh-oh, there's a little fly over there. Buster does not. That is so rude, Earl. Are you rude?
Jerk.
You calling yourself a jerk? No. Do not bite the wall. Eat your apple. I'll try and give Earl a piece, but I don't think he'll eat it. You want a piece of apple? I'll put it in there with your food. We'll see. Hungry this morning, Earl? Buster? Hi, what are you doing? What are you doing, Earl? What are you doing, silly boy? Did you eat that, Buster? Good job. You want more? Oh, it's on my plate. I'll try to get to the questions here in just a second, guys. We gonna share an apple today? I don't always give them a ton of fruit, but
Hello.
wow, that's neat. I know Earl's being rude. Thank you.
Oh.
Oh, thank you from San Francisco. Welcome. Oh, here, wait a minute. I gotta get him a tissue, or else he'll try to clean his beak on the wood door frame, which he's kind of already tried to do. Clean your beak, sir. No. You can't clean your beak. Buster, you have to clean your beak. Here. Clean. You turdy bird. Don't do it on the wall. Do you want a rag? Would a rag be better? He's thinking about that one. Thank you. What are you doing, Earl? So now Buster's just, oh, he dropped it. Here, boys, you want an apple? Here. You want an apple? There you go. Yeah, that was a new one to me too, Amanda. I didn't know that. Yeah. Oh, welcome. I hope your headache went away last week. They're actually, the hens are getting that way with the dogs now. I'll tell you what I give, but I'm a disclaimer kind of gal, and I'll explain why after I say this. I give my dogs a little bit of fresh apple and blueberry, although most of mine won't eat that. But I do occasionally try to give them, blueberries are supposedly really good for them. but I always say ask your vet first. So years ago, when I first got Max, he had terrible like yeast in his ear, and I found a home remedy that really worked for him. I shared it on my Facebook. A lady did it with her Yorkie, and the Yorkie almost died as a result of it because apparently Yorkies couldn't use the type of treatment I had used. And I hadn't done a disclaimer. So I always do disclaimers now because I felt awful. But anyway, I do give my dogs those two things. I also give them a lot of plain yogurt and pumpkin, canned pumpkin that doesn't have any additives to it. Buster, honey, what are you doing? He's gonna play with this brush. This week, if he goes to his room, I'm probably not gonna fuss with him a whole lot. We'll just chat with Earl. Cause he was a turdy bird last week. Thank you, Karen. Yeah, I've seen that happen a lot. No, Earl had not been DNA tested, so I DNA tested him when I got him. He's a male. In umbrella cockatoos, you can tell by their eyes. So Buster has, his eyes are black, and in light, or females, their eyes are brown. And now I don't know how long it takes to prove that, or for that to come into play. But Buster, I know Buster's a male because of the color of his eyes. But all species of birds are different, and some of them you can't tell at all. But I DNA tested Earl myself. They just need a few feathers, and you send it in this company. I think it costs like $7. It was under $10. And everyone said he was a male because of the color of his, I guess female grays, their feathers, red feathers are lighter, and their head shape is a little different. So I really thought he was a male, but occasionally there's a faux pas and it's not. So I wanted to know for sure. Oh yeah, Buster does have a strut. Mm-hmm. You gonna strut for us? You can do it that way too. There's certain things they do have to have blood, actual blood, but no, I think I had to pull 3 or 4 feathers, and they were from his chest. They were just tiny. It was really easy to do, honestly. I thought that was a lot less invasive than blood. What do you see, Earl? What are you looking for? What are you looking for, sir? Welcome back, Willie. That's what I thought, yeah. Their head shape is a little different, too. I think, I can't remember exactly what the difference is, but I had a female gray, and they definitely do. Those two things are definitely true. I just didn't know it initially. I know some of you. Oh, what in the world? Did you guys see that? He wants to have floor time. Don't you? Here. Oh, wait a minute. These boys are getting crazy on these lives. Step out, sir. Step out. Step out. Thank you. Good listening. What do you think you're doing? Huh? If any of you saw him fly, that's how he does. He goes straight down. He can't go up at all. He'll start out, you know, just like that, and it just goes straight down. And that's because of his feet. Oh, thank you. Thanks for being here. Oh, thank you, Lindy. What are you doing, Buster? Yeah, you're right. um, so I don't believe, because he's from, like, it's Ohio, but it's like on the Kentucky line, West Virginia area. They get heartworms up there, but not like they do here. We just have the mosquito population is so bad. You know, sometimes we have mosquitoes 10 months out of the year, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, Willie, but not every year, but some years. But we do have a long season of them. I mean, he obviously was drinking water that had mosquito larvae in it. That's how they get heartworms. So he was an outside dog. From my understanding, he stayed in a barn or a deck, and I think he sometimes stayed in a bathroom because when he first came, he didn't know how to drink out of our water bowls. But if the bathroom door was open, he would try to go straight for the toilet. So I'm pretty sure anytime he was kept indoors, he drank water from the toilet, which is gross, but it is what it is. So, I mean, like I said, it's not as common up there as it is here, but it does happen. But mine up that way is horrid. Like I said, my daughter has 3 dogs, and 2 of them got it with flea and tick protection. They just learn after a long time, they evade it. So I don't think he was living in very good conditions. Let me see if I can find a picture of what he looked like when my friend picked him up. It might take me a second. But Willie, I think you'd had Lyme here though, but you have more of a tick issue than we do where I'm at. It's weird that we're probably just maybe 40 minutes away from each other and we have different types of circumstances, but it's true, you know? Yeah, and he was never given any heartworm prevention, so.
Hi.
Hi, Earl. How are you? Are you talking to us? I can find the ones after he's groomed, but I can't find the ones. When he was groomed, or before he was groomed.
Well,
He looked really bad. 4-5, girl. I don't know why I can't find that. My daughter Lily was telling me in Ohio that that's a thing up there now. So when I lived up there, they didn't have that one. They didn't have that tick-borne disease yet, but now they do. So it's crazy. And I know there's a guy locally that owns a nursery, and he has the same thing that you do. I can't find it, but just trust me, he was a mess. And I don't know, I don't see anybody named Carol in on the chat anyway, but Carol from Ohio, I got your email, so hopefully maybe you watch this back. And I will try, I need to sit down this weekend and email you back, and I'm sorry that I haven't, but, I just haven't I haven't had the chance to get back with you. Okay. Amanda sent me the pictures, thank you. Me. So, this was him when they first got him. And then here's his skin. I don't know if you can see like what poor condition his skin was in. But he was a mess. I don't think so. Are you asking that because of he can't fly, or do you see something, Michelle? No, that wasn't Max. That's the new dog, Beau. Max looked even worse than that, and he weighed half his body weight. So that was. Max was a mess. It was a very bad situation. And I feel as though Max was neglected and abused, which there's abuse, neglect, and but I don't think that Beau has been as abused as. And he wasn't as severely neglected as Max. He can kind of be weird about walking through doorways at times, or the gate doors. So I think somebody must have shoved him into places or something. He doesn't like to go in the kennel, although he is starting to load up in that a little not better. But he definitely. I mean, I don't want to go into detail. At the end of the day, the lady did what was right for him, but he definitely, was not being well taken care of. Yeah, I mean, honestly, oh, hi, Nadia. Thank you for being here. I wasn't sure that we would be able to keep them, just with the birds and everything, but so the lady I got them from is the same lady that found Max. you know, I wasn't sure, but, you know, now I feel like he's a really good fit. He's sweet. He is super, super sweet. And him and Max, they're starting where they lay together, and it's really cute. I have been, you know, Max is between 11 and 13, and I have noticed in the past few weeks Max is starting to slow down. So I'm kind of maybe hoping that, you know, Beau sparks a little bit more, you know. Sometimes that's good for an older dog, is to have a younger dog. But regardless, like if we wouldn't have kept him, I still would have done what I've done. I've done that a lot, not here, but where I used to live. And I have some pretty neat rescue stories of a couple of them that, and I still get to stay in touch with those people. So it's pretty cool. But I wanted to name him Hans, but my husband did not like that name at all, so we agreed on Beau. Oh, awesome. Now, Nadia, you have your orchid in dirt, right? Yeah. Yep. Life is crazy. Oh, thank you. You know, though, I mean, I have to say, like, we had another African gray. She was very old, and about a year or so before she passed, she plucked a little bit during the hormone season. Maybe she had done that before, I don't know, but if you see a bird that plucks, it doesn't always mean they're being abused. Now, there are some that are neglected. I know some of them, when they pluck, their feathers never come back. But I'll give you a good example. In my opinion, Einstein, during his hormone seasons, he plucks his chest, and I know his needs are being met. So it's an unfortunate thing, but there are just some of them. And once they start that, it's extremely difficult to ever get them to change. I know Chauncey, he was having some problems, and his owner, she really watches him, and if she thinks he's over preening his chest, she puts a collar on him. So it's not really always because they're not being taken care of. Some of them are just hormonal and do it. That's funny, Amanda. I don't know if you got here when Earl's already called us jerks, I think 3 times. Right, Earl? The internet repairman came last week. Oh my goodness, that got loud. Let me turn this down. Oh, there you go. Y'all been jerked. Goodness, that got really loud. I'm gonna look for a different. Ooh. Earl? Yeah, I think that is some sort of alarm sound or something like that. But I'm not sure. I had to change that YouTube one. Willie, I don't know if you heard me, but I do have the lo-fi on YouTube. That was really a good idea. Thank you. Oh, and Willie, I don't think you saw. I'd had some Mother's Day money to spend on, and I spent it on Temu, and I got me a T-shirt. So I wanted to show you that. And everybody else didn't get to see it. I don't normally buy brand new T-shirts. I do have one of Buster. I'm going to get one of Earl. but I usually buy all my t-shirts at yard sales and Goodwill because I ruin them. I get grease and stuff all over them. I use them as hand towels when I wash my hands. I just use my t-shirt to dry my hands. So I'm funny about that, but that shirt was really cute, so I wanted to get it. Oh yeah, your cockatoo barks too. Does he cry? Oh, yeah, Buster says frickin' frackin'. So I think somebody must have, I think he was with somebody that was a little political, because he does say freaking frackin' a lot. And a couple other things that make me think that. But I also think he was with somebody who they argued a lot. Right, Earl? Right, Earl? Right? Oh, I know. I'm sleepy, Earl. I got up super early. What's up, Earl? What's up? What's up? You better answer the phone. You better answer the phone. Yeah, he kind of, there he is. I can kind of see him. Yeah, he needs some, honestly. It might be, I know, the fracking, fracking is controversial on both sides. So I know people that, or maybe he just watched a lot of news, but the oil fracking is a big source of contention between parties. So, and apparently it's all hello, hi Earl. Apparently it's all Albert's fault. Back to Earl saying that's a train noise. It could be. I actually think where he lived there was a train track close by. In fact, I'm certain. I know there was a trash company or something like that. He does the truck backing up noise, like the beep beep, and he does a two-way radio sound. It's funny, isn't it, Earl? So that's very possible because there was a train track. We don't know who Albert is. It's a big secret. Albert is a huge problem. Yeah, you're right. There, Will, you've been cued. Want your ball? Come up here and get it. Woo! Come up here and get it. Earl, the last few days, has been pulling the papers off. Let me go get you a newspaper. He's been really something else about that. he wants to chew it, and he just, here, there's your some newspaper. There you go. Buster, what are you doing? You're a jerk. I'm not a jerk.
Jerk.
You're a jerk. Not me.
Jerk.
I'm a nice person. I don't care what you say. I think Earl a lot of times is the star of the live show. Right, Earl? So, Carol, I don't know if you're watching, but we got your Father's Day cards, and thank you very much. Well, and I don't, let's see. I don't remember the person's name that commented, but I think it was a guy that said he put in like Albert, some of the like main things that Buster says, and it came back. Google, first thing that came up was a show called In Plain Sight, I think. It was from around like 2007 to 2012 or in that area. And which is funny because that show comes up all the time as a suggestion for me to watch. I guess there's an Albert character in that show. Mm-hmm. Now, like Robert, I know where Robert comes from. That's my grandpug's nickname. And we call him Robert all the time. And he loves all my kids, but he loves things that my one daughter says to him. And, ooh, get it, Earl. He'll try to copy that a lot. But that In Plain Sight, none of the streaming services we have offers it. So I've been watching some DVD sets on eBay because I'd like to watch it and see if that's the case. Yeah, his real name is Augie.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, wow.
What?
It's not. It costs on YouTube too. It might be on YouTube Premium, but I won't pay for YouTube Premium. I did like the free trial once, and I wasn't all that impressed with it anyway. But I do like YouTube. YouTube is my favorite format, and that's the truth. And I'm not just saying that because I'm on here. The thing I like most about YouTube is they stay on the things with the copyrights. And I appreciate that. Yeah, he's... Yeah, long-haired hippie driving. I know a lot of laws changed, I think, in 1992. Our African gray that we had, she was wild caught. She had the wild caught ban, and she got seized like by the FDA, and she had the open leg ban with the FDA number or field line, whatever it is. I'm gonna peek in on Buster and see. Listen, no, I didn't realize you were behind the door. That's a no-no, sir. You take your brush back there. You shouldn't do that. Are you making a mess? Here. Here.
Jerk. Jerk.
Earl, are you sticking up for me? Are you sticking up for me, Earl?
Oh.
Be careful, Earl. People might think you like me. People might think you like me. Taking up for me like that. Oh, thank you, Rhonda.
No, it's Perky.
I think the emotional support stuff changed after COVID, from what I was told. At least that's what my mother-in-law had told me. Maybe it's back, the same now. Check out this fly trap, Earl. The only thing I don't really like sometimes about Temu is if you get directions, they're usually not good directions. So, but I can figure it out. The flies are not nearly as bothersome as the mosquitoes. So with the mosquito dunks, by the way, if anybody's on the fence about mosquito dunks, 10 out of 10, I recommend it. Just put them in a safe place. You guys see Buster flicking his brush? Yeah, that's what I think. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good, Chris. I'm trying to think, yeah, I know a big Parrot owner and advocate is Hillary Swank. She has, I don't know what all she has, but I know she has an electus because she was on a talk show one night and they could hear the bird talking and they asked her who was talking in the background. She said, "Oh, it's my parrot." I've gotten now where I tell when I call the doctor's office or even like my internet company, I always tell them I have parrots and the one talks like a human. So if you hear belching, farts, or jerk noises, it's my parrot, not me.
No.
See, the only parrot, peacock I ever met was mean as a snake. Oh yeah, Betty White was amazing. And I'm sure for years and years to come, that I think she left a lot of her, to animals. Yeah, actually, one of the guys, the first time they came, wanted to, he kind of wanted to hold them, because I had put Buster up. I was like, you know, maybe if my husband had been here, but not just with me. And then a second guy came, and he was all intrigued. And then a third guy showed up last week, and apparently the other guys had told him we had birds. And he was like, "So you got parrots, huh?" And he used to have parrots, or somebody used to have parrots or something. And the man and woman divorced, and the bird would say, and they had got him, I guess. And anytime he heard a caller, he would say, "O.S. she's home." So, it was kind of funny. Yeah, I haven't met a friendly peacock either. But again, that's just my experience. I know some like petting zoos and stuff have them, and they're probably a little more domesticated. But which, let me tell you, my friend raised turkeys for a while, and she had a tom, and every time he saw me, I had to carry a broom because he did not like me, and it was like Buster 20 times bigger. And I'd have to shoo him off of me. And then we had a goose that we rescued once, and she loved my one daughter, but she didn't like the rest of us. And we ended up letting her go to a farm that raised this particular breed of goose because she was just lonely. But she was in horrific condition when we first got her. I need to find those I have videos of my daughter walking a goose with a harness. I need to find some of those videos and post them, or giving the baby chickens a spa in the bathroom sink. I really do need to get some of those off my Facebook and post them on YouTube because they're funny. What are you doing, Earl? What's up? What's up? What's up? He asks me that all the time. What's up? Hi, Earl. Hi, Earl. Hi, Earl. I wish I could find the lady that had asked me about that Temu mini washer. I hope she saw the videos I posted. So he did not grow up around horses like I did. But we did have horses when our kids were growing up. We were really involved in 4-H. I was as a kid too. And so he started riding horses then, and he took to it really well. But he makes a lot of different noises. He can whistle like tunes and stuff, like you wouldn't know it wasn't the person like doing it. But we had animals too, and you always give an animal, what we do, a sound. Like my hens has always been here, chick, chick, chick. When we had hauls, we'd say soo-wee. Embarrassing myself. I can't remember our cow call, but you were supposed to give your farm animals certain distinct calls. But yeah, we did ride horses some. I call horses hay beaters because they're more expensive than kids. So I'd rather have a four-wheeler, to be honest with you, than horses because they're so expensive and it doesn't hurt as much if you fall off. Geese are mean. Swans are mean.
Oh,
Well, thank thank you. I'm glad you're here. We have some interesting conversations.
Oh,
Willie, what do you think of peacocks? Oh, if you think peacocks are, you guys should look up, oh gosh, guineas. I love guineas, and we had some, and my husband couldn't handle the noise. But y'all know why I love guineas? Guineas chase snakes away from your chickens, or in general. And they eat mosquitoes. And I wanted as many. Is that funny, girl? And I wanted as many guineas as I could have, but he just could not handle the noise. You can look it up too. Actually, where guineas they'll run snake off. It's pretty funny. What, Buster? Buster has graced us with his presence again. Is that funny? Thank you, long-haired hippie dragon. Yeah, I agree. They're a little friendlier. There's lots of snakes in South Carolina, some pretty poisonous ones too. Yeah. You know, actually though, our goose, so when we had her, excuse me, we lived on a driveway that was almost half a mile long. And as soon as somebody hit the driveway, she would start honking. And she was better at alerting us with like danger. Oh, you've been Merry Christmas by Earl as Buster. She would alert us that someone was there before the dogs, and also like danger, like a coyote or whatever. She would let you know something was harmful was in the way. It was neat. Oh, ostriches. Yeah, I mean, he don't want me to hold him, and that's okay. I mean, a lot of African greys are more, you know, they're not as loving as like cockatoos are. But, you know, and also he's 34 and he never really had been held or anything, so I'm okay with him, you know, being the way he is, but we do spend a lot of time together. What are you doing, Bussy? Buster's still got his drum set, and up on my kitchen table, because my kitchen table's always a mess, is his musical instruments. And my dad, and there's one little part of the drum. They play music every night, huh, Buster? We haven't been going outside as much. Well, we had gotten to where we couldn't go out because of the tree, but that's been taken care of. But he just really hasn't been saying anything, so we're kind of like cutting back for about a week. And then, you know, take him out to see him. I guess he just needed a change of something. But here lately, Buster's thing is he rants at bedtime. He doesn't even yell that much in the morning time and say stuff. Usually it's just mama, mama. I mean, he does here and there, and like I said, I'm gonna try to get acquainted with my GoPro this weekend. And if I could set that up, Buster has gotten where he knows that a cell phone means I'm gonna record, and so he just stops. So I'm gonna try to get that set up and catch a morning routine and a morning rant. Oh, they do some of the blessings of the animals here too. They have some stuff like that they do. And I know where I used to live, one church would do it. You would go on a walk and they would do the blessings of the animals. And it was interesting to see what animals would show up. Oh, again, excuse me. Hi, Earl, I see you. Peekaboo. Peekaboo, Earl. You want to, here, maybe if I do ring the phone, maybe he'll talk on the phone.
All free clear. Dr. Z, we love
Oopsie.
Call from a telephone. Call from a telephone. Oh. Call from a telephone.
If I've missed anything, Amanda, will you let me know? But last week when Buster was being a turkey bird on cue, he was telling him he was a jerk. So sometimes, yeah, and he does sing, like, it's funny when Buster starts to mama, mama, I always go, what? And so we will answer in sync together. Buster will go, mama, and we'll both go, what? There's some other things that he does like that too. I don't get it caught on video as often. It's not because I'm trying to video Buster more. You should see like the useless footage I have of Earl. I should probably do a video of that one day. So it's not because of lack of trying. The hormonal stage, he's doing better. So I think so, and they're definitely both not really molting like they were. They had a pretty rough molt. Last week it wasn't. I don't feel like it was hormonal. He was just, as Earl would say, he was being a jerk. He just did not want to listen, and I think today is the day after the live last week, or the same day, where he took over my coffee bar. He would not. Merry Christmas, Earl. Happy New Year, you filthy animal. He would not get down. And I finally had to put the phone down to make him get down. Yeah, he was being a turd. Yeah, he's something else, isn't he, Earl? So funny. Max was dreaming he was doing the Running Man in his sleep. Yeah. My one of my girls asked me if I would start saying that to him in hopes that he'll say it. It's Christmas every day here. And honestly, there's a video of Buster, I'm sure it's on here too, but on TikTok. And it was the first year of COVID. And my out-of-state kids that were here, we have someone in our family that's very immune compromised. And we were sitting in different rooms and but Buster was running around and he's hopping his famous hop, and he yells Merry Christmas, and he does it just like Earl. But I don't know how Earl has learned that, unless I don't know, but it's really funny. But that's what he's saying. That's how Buster says Merry Christmas. Buster occasionally says happy birthday as well. I get a lot of requests asking Buster to tell somebody happy birthday, but Buster just doesn't do stuff on cue. He does it when he wants. About 3 years back, I think. It's in November. I don't even remember the exact date. But he just was perched up on a chair and he says, "It's my birthday." So we celebrate that as his birthday now. Because I have no idea when Buster was born or how old he is. So we celebrate it in November. Yeah, no, this morning he kind of like flew at me. He does this thing. But then he went to his room and played and must have calmed down. And I got this, so I bought a little metal trash can for that black trash can that he's chewing on. I don't know if y'all can see him. He's chewing on the bag. He's working a toy. I bought a smaller metal trash can because metal trash cans are freaking expensive. And it was just way too small. So I took my bathroom trash can and bought it out. It's a hamper, basically. I put dirty towels in it. And I like to wash them out in my outside washing machine. So he hasn't been chewing on the handle, but he's obsessed with the trash bag. So, who knows? Whatever keeps him off my coffee bar. I'm gonna make me some coffee. It'd be nice. It'd be nice. It'll be nice. He actually, I don't even want to say it because then something will happen. But it's time for some decaf. I've been drinking a little bit too much coffee. I'm having trouble with my blood pressure again, so I have to. Yeah, you're right, Willie. That's true. I know. Rip outside washing machine. Mm-hmm. Ours closed too. Oh. Hang on, oh, there we go. Yes. That's a good, yes, that's a good, observation. I gave the little tiny washing machine to my daughter for my daughter, kind of collects some toys or dolls or whatever, but she also buys and resells some. So she recently bought and resold a doll like from the 80s, and the dress needed wash, so it'll be perfect for that. I'm gonna give cold brew a try again, Willie, because it's hot here and I like the taste of coffee. Yeah, I do think Buster's over his hormonal season. Yeah, but it'll be back come time change. Or if his sleep schedule gets off, there's a lot of things that can bring him back on. So yeah, it's good for right now, but. I don't always drink a lot of creamers and stuff, but every now and then I'll add some cream and I love caramel. Oh, it's my favorite. So I'll add a little bit like that to it. Willie, I think you grew up around critters, or anybody in general, all of you. So when we had horses and any kind of animal, if we didn't know their birthday, my dad always said, you made it the first of the year. So like if you knew your animal's age, but not exactly when it was born, they turned a year older on January 1st. And that's always stuck with me, and that's how I do it. Like Earl, he'll be 35 next year. So on the 1st, I'll consider him 35. But I was just wondering if any of you guys were taught that as well. Listen, sir. Nope. Off the coffee bar. Yeah. Do you love whole beans, Willie? They're my favorite. They're the freshest. My dad always liked them. Yeah, let me see if I can get this picture down. I was telling my friend about this picture the other day. I'll show you. Let me wipe the dust off of the curse. Embarrassing. I'm a little behind on some things. So, my daughter in high school, this hung in the Ohio State House for a year, but this was a self-portrait she did in pencil. It's my favorite that she's done, but she's mega talented. She was actually going to do the birds merch, but with her, all she had available to do it on, everything she did, it had a background to it, and we couldn't. I am not a jerk, sir. We couldn't get the background off of it to be able to do it on merch. So that's how I ended up commissioning Sean Langley to do it. Laura, let me go back and try to find your question. Okay, thank you. My daughter will love that. Thank you. Well, yeah, she's the one that helps me with my garden and landscaping, and she works at a nursery. And she's like a little plant goddess. But it's funny, I never liked really house plants. Well, mostly because I always killed them. But she kind of gave me a couple plants, and now I'm obsessed with them. And she doesn't like to propagate, and it turns out I can not only spit out a bunch of babies, I can propagate plants like a champ, even difficult ones. So she gives me stuff from her plants to oh my goodness, y'all know what I mean. And then I give them to our other kids, and just people in general. I love plants so much, I love to share them. But it's funny, I didn't know I had that talent until recently. Let's see, when I go back on. Earl, I just made a mess, sir. Okay, let me look at this question.
What?
Oh, Laura, when you said they're like African Greys are like 20-year-olds and Cockatoos are like 1 or 2-year-olds, I agree with that. I would say I would call Buster a 1 to 5-year-old in certain situations. African Greys to me are a little more serious. I mean, Earl laughs and stuff like that, but they are a little more on the serious side. So, the computer I'm on, I did into my coffee. Like I said, I don't very often, I don't indulge. But if it's gonna be decaf, I'm gonna have some cream and whipped cream in it. It's like a caramel one that my daughter bought. What's I going to? I went squirrel. It might come back. Sorry. Oh, the computer. Willie, I sure hope you end up being able to get a bird. I mean, I understand either way, but you sure have put a lot of research and work into it. So I hope that for you. So my laptop crashed, my Mac that was like a 2007, 5 or something like that. It was old. Somebody had rebuilt it. I got an amazing deal on it back in like 2012. Kind of when I first started getting into photography. And about a month ago it crashed and it can't be updated. It's so old it can't support Safari or Google or anything. So bye Buster. I have a Mac Mini that I've had for years that I just keep it as an emergency because I can kind of use it as a laptop. But it has like a regular computer monitor and it's a different, yeah. I have to scroll up to see what the view is on with the camera. Then I have to scroll down to see comments and it's really hard to scroll. But I did get a Windows laptop and I'm just trying to familiarize myself with it because I'm not really a Windows type person. I actually had an external hard drive, so I have my pictures from that. Aha! Yeah, his feet are cute. Who you calling for, Earl? I don't really have anything going on, and the dogs are being sleepy and lazy today, so I'll probably stay till 1 unless you know. But if people have to go, I understand. Like I said, we appreciate you guys, and very appreciative of the YouTube. You know, I've met some amazing people through here, so it's been pretty cool. Huh, Earl? Will you get me? I'm too quick, Earl. Yeah, that's what he wants. Willie, he must have read your comment. Yeah, Laura, that would be hard. Now, I know some people that work like 12-hour days and they put their dog in doggy daycare. I actually considered doing that for a while, but there's just so much like that goes into it and everything, and I don't want to do it with the birds. I was gonna ask you guys too, like, cause honestly, most of the people that hang out at the lives, not all, there's a lot more that can't catch the lives, but most of you guys are the ones that really follow. And I was thinking about maybe doing some. I do shave my dogs because my dogs all have allergies, and so I have to keep them. It helps their skin, and it's hot here. I mean, it's just absolutely miserable here in the summer. So, but I've been thinking about maybe doing some of the videos of when I groom them, things like that. But I didn't know if anybody had any interest in it. I use a dip on Max and Izzy to help with their and Daisy to help with their itchy skin and the redness that they get from licking so much and things. So I just thought that might be interesting. And sometimes I make dog treats. I used to make dog treats and dog soap and sell it years ago. But I haven't done that since I've been here, really. Just trying to think of different things I can do, you know. I really like to do some cooking recipes, but I know a lot of people get upset when I go off script. But cooking is such a big part of our life. With like when our kids were growing up, and I used to do, you know, meal planning and budget planning and stuff like that. And I would love to share some of that stuff, but I know sometimes people don't like that when you go off what your channel's called. The dog dip is actually, the video I watched years ago, I knew somebody had a dog with mange and I was looking stuff up for him. But, and again, I'll tell you, but please do your own research. I always disclaim, talk to your vet. But I use, I want to say like a half a gallon of water, 3 teaspoons or tablespoons of borax, and just like a tiny bit of peroxide. And after you bathe them, you put that over them, and you don't rinse it off. You just kind of pat them dry. None of those ingredients are harmful to my animals anyway, and it does help. But a lot of people will use that daily for mange. But I found a woman that actually uses it, you know, for itching and stuff. Because Max's allergies right now, I actually have him on Benadryl. His allergies are so bad this year. And then Willie, I buy my clippers on Amazon. I used to get them, they used to be $10. Now, every now and then I'll catch them for 15, but they're normally 20. But this is my newest set. I'm not sure. I think I got this one for $14.99 on a lightning deal. But this will last me at least 5 grooms. So what I would spend at a groomer, and I know how to do, not to be gross, but I know how to do their glands. So I'm able to do everything myself. Now, my daughter's Shih Tzu is awful. So one of my daughters comes and grooms her now because she just is so horrible for me. So she's been doing it. Yeah, I'll try to find the exact measurements, but I think I do like a half a gallon. I think I do 3 teaspoons of borax and less than 1/4 of a cup of peroxide. And you mix the borax really well. Otherwise, you'll have a little powdery borax on their skin. I don't like to do that. So, But please, again, you guys, if that's something you want to try, please look that up. Some people just do it on their paws, the ones that like itch and bite their paws. So, and if I've missed any questions, I'm sorry. I'll try to look them up. Oh, sheep shears are probably closer or cheaper. Lucia, okay, hang on. Oh, the travel cage. So, the travel cage I have put up right now until I can work with him a little better. So what he does when I bring it out here to try to get him used to it, he gets on top of it and tries to get me. He like thinks he's some big guy. So I think that's gonna end up being a bust, and I hate that because like I think once if he would just get in it and go for a ride and see like this isn't for the vet, this isn't this or that, I think he would get to where he loves it. But I don't know, maybe I'll throw 5 toothbrushes in there and see if he'll go in. 3 teaspoons of borax. Willie, I'm pretty sure that these would probably, now look, I don't use the guides that come with them because like I said, I shave my dogs. But a number 10 would go through a double coat, and this would, they probably wouldn't last you as long as they last me. But, and I know there's controversy about double coated dogs. My daughter has a Bernese, and all these people told her for years, do not shave her, do not shave her. And she's 12 years old. She's been shaving her now for about 4 years. I think it has extended her life because a 12-year-old Bernese Mountain Dog is old. And she'll be 13 in March of next year if she makes it. Bless her heart, she is slowing down. But she has to absolutely keep her shaved. She just gets too hot. Yeah, I need to split myself up in playlists, and I just don't know. Did you like the clippers, Lori, or they're on Amazon? Yeah, I have all kinds of hidden talents, Kathy. I don't necessarily like it either, but it's just, when you have that many animals, you gotta learn. Like, I mostly cut my kids' hair growing up, and just it is what it is. We cut back on things like that so that my kids could always have, like, we used a lot of used clothes, but like shoes, I think shoes, if you can swing it, I mean, my kids have had used shoes before. We've been in those positions, but I think you really need to take care of your feet, like your teeth. So we really tried hard to always get them a new pair of shoes when school started. Most of my kids were involved in some sort of extracurricular activity. And soccer shoes are expensive. My son played soccer all through elementary, middle, and high school. So we tried to cut back on other expenses so that we could do that kind of thing. It's my channel name at Gmail. It's my email if you want to email that to me. He's a poodle Newfoundland, so my poodles are mixed. And Beau is a poodle Great Dane. I think possibly a tad of, like, a pinch of husky. But I haven't had any trouble with them. They cut a little uneven, but You know, like I said, he's miserable when his hair grows in. So I have to keep him short. And he digs worse when his hair grows back. And I did have like the professional clippers, but after 2 trims, I had to send him off to get him sharpened, and I mean, it was costing me a fortune. So that's when I went with those. But he digs so much when his hair grows. If I let his hair grow all the way back in, or if I get him groomed late, he'll dig himself into a hot spot. And I've noticed the allergies in my dogs are worse this year than they were last year. I'm not sure why. Oh, okay. Oh, those work on my daughter's Shih Tzu. But he's right past the gate. You can kind of see his head pop up here and there. Yeah. We've tried with my daughter's little Shih Tzu to, like, you know, give her a Benadryl. Can you see him now? Let me see. But it makes her worse. Yeah, I can see him. Oh yeah. Well, you know, you've been jerked, so now he has to clean himself. You guys should see Buster when he gets back. I think I've showed you a few times, but when he gets back, you might be able to see Buster now from the vet techs trimming him. He preens like crazy. Oh, I mean, and Lori, don't think, I'm not offended at all. Like, feel free to send that to me. I don't mind looking into it. I know I have some friends that have like dogs like that they have to keep shaved, and they use sheep shears. Yeah, I agree. Mm. I don't know if Kate is still on here, but I saw a picture of her dog, and it's Pug, Jack Russell. It's so cute, but it favors a pug. Do I have smoke from Canada? No, not that I'm aware of. But I'm near Georgia. I'm in South Carolina, but I'm near Georgia. I don't watch the news half the time. Like, I don't know much about the news, so I'll have to look that up. I don't even know what that's about. I have my own news station here. It's called Buster and Earl. It's all about Albert and freaking and fracking, so. I'm gonna see if there's a few more questions. I'm gonna hop off soon because I want to call and check on Beau. Good luck, Kathy. Oh, nice. What part? What part of South Carolina? Oh, Columbia. Yeah. Yeah, let me see if my ALEXA is shining yellow. No. Normally my Spybot ALEXA, I get a little yellow ring around it, and I have a notification, and it will tell me like weather or air alerts. And I did watch the news a little bit this morning about something that had happened kind of close to me. And I didn't see anything about an air quality alert, but we do get those. And I can't remember what, we just had one a while back, I think. But yeah, we do get the air quality alerts here sometimes. Oh, yeah, family there, that's nice. I have some of my kids, I have 3 kids out of state and 2 granddaughters out of state. I miss them, but I don't really, I don't get to go away. We don't get to go away very often or together. My husband and I were talking about that last night when the kids were growing up. We were involved in church and youth and sports, and we were always going opposite directions. Because, he was running somebody somewhere and I was running somebody somewhere else. So, a lot, during certain times of the year, it was crazy. And like my son and my one daughter, my daughter played softball and he played soccer, and they played on traveling. So they played year round. And I had a daughter in band, and that's pretty much a year-round sport, not just during football season. So, but I'm glad it's good for them. We try to keep them busy. That's important. Oh, I'm glad you couldn't go. Ours is just, everything's so expensive right now, but like, a lot of it is because if we went on a family vacation, everybody pitches in, but I just don't have anybody to keep my animals. And I can't take Parrots to a rental, not somebody like Buster, and I don't want to board them. So I don't know, but eventually we're gonna have to figure that out and try to do that. But I'm gonna go ahead and hop off, you guys. I can't believe how quick 2 hours goes by. So I always have a good time, and as far as I know, next week we'll have a live again at the same time. So thank you guys for being here. You guys have a good day and a nice weekend. It's our weekend starting today, so Buster will be happy. Bye, everybody. Say bye, Earl.